to win, and he's the underdog. And as Louis said, in boxing, 2011 has been the year of the underdog thus far, so it's not a bad year to be an underdog. Want to introduce him now, originally from Guantanamo, Cuba, now living in Miami, Florida. He's got a record of 15-0-1 with 10 KOs, Erislandy Lara.
Buenas tardes, quiero agradecerle a todos, a mi compañía, a mi grupo de trabajo. Hemos trabajado muy duro. Quiero agradecerle especialmente a Paul Williams por darme la oportunidad de hacer la pelea esta. Creo que va a ser una buena pelea el día 9, sábado, y los invito a todos a ver la pelea sin ningún tipo de problema. Muchas gracias.
He said good afternoon to everybody. He wants to thank his whole team. He's had a great training camp. He's worked hard for this fight. He wants to thank Paul Williams specifically for giving him the opportunity to fight on HBO. And he says, you know, it's going to be a great fight, and he's ready to go, man. Everyone come out July 9th. It's going to be a great war.
Thank you very much. You know, Dave mentioned Ken Condon. I did get a message from him just a few moments ago that said that he wouldn't be able to make it on behalf of Caesars. Caesars, who is the host site for this event, has been a tremendous benefactor of boxing the last few years. Don Marandino, the president, I want to thank him. And we look forward to getting out to the Boardwalk Hall later on today and set up camp. We're going to have a round table there for the media. Anyone interested in coming up and sitting knee to knee with the fighters, feel free to come out. The weigh-in will be Friday. All the information you can get from Ed Keenan and Marilyn Aceves right over here as far as times are concerned. Bring us to Paul Williams. All I can say is that after his fights, all I ever want to do is get back and watch. Excuse me, you guys, could you please keep it down in the back? I've got a booming voice, but you know, some of the other gentlemen don't. Is I want to get back and watch his fight on TV, because for the most part, you see so much more on TV, and the relentless aggression that he throws out there. It really is quite amazing. If he doesn't hold every record as it relates to single punches in each individual rounds and throughout a fight, I'm sure he's right there in the top 2 or 3, because he's pure offense, which obviously, for the most part, allows him to be good defensively, because the opponents are usually too busy trying to avoid his punches. The man that has been with him throughout his career, through his limited amateur career, and molded him into this special fighter that we've seen the last many years on HBO, is George Peterson. George has taken him under his wing, more so than just on how to throw a punch or throw multiple punches. It's about being a man, about being someone respectable outside those ropes. And it's amazing the people that I come in contact with that speak about Paul Williams. For the most part, it's speaking about his integrity and how he comes across to the general public. And a lot of that has to go to George, but obviously Paul's got to be receptive to it. I want to bring him up now. The man keeps on looking younger as the years go on. I don't know how in the hell you do it. George Peterson. George.
Thanks to HBO. Thanks to Hoops and Tutor, Al Heyman. We, because of the support from you all, Paul's been extremely successful. But I want to comment some on the fight. I hate hearing the term, it's going to be a good fight, because that doesn't interest me, a good fight. What interests me is having a W on my side. So good fight, you know, we can abandon that. But I've been asked quite frequently about, what about this guy that Paul is fighting? It's my understanding that he has 300 and some amateur fights, and he was outstanding amateur. Well, the amateur fight is all right, but this is a professional boxing match, and that doesn't matter to us one way or the other than we would like to have more acclaim, because what happened is Paul get up for decent competition, and not to play this fight down coming up on the 9th, but somebody need to let him know that this is an amateur fight. I think their program is set so that they think they have another amateur fight. Paul's last 7 or 8 fights have been A-class fighters, A-class plus fighters, and sure enough, he represented himself. Also need to be mentioned to him that everybody that Paul has fought got an L on their record. That's everyone. So it seems to me that Paul is being taken lightly because he was stopped in his last fight, and that goes with boxing. But sure enough, Paul is not dead. There hadn't been a funeral yet. I hadn't seen nobody, but anyway, you're going to see a good fight. And remember, I don't like the term good fight, but you will not go to sleep on this one. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Thank you, George. You know, George, you're right, and a lot of people don't realize that, and he's got over 50 fights to prove it. But everyone on that record has got a loss against Paul Williams. And that's what he's about, putting L's out there and coming to the point where if there was a win by anyone, to pin an L back onto him. That's the drive here with Lara. That's the drive here with Paul, to go out there and reestablish himself. One of the terms I didn't like, George, I was surprised you didn't say it, but I'm glad you saved something for me, is what Kerry said, a comeback fight. I don't look at it as a comeback fight, okay? When you're at the levels that Paul's at, the Raiders lose, the Colts lose, the Giants lose, all the greats lose, okay? It's very seldom do you see anyone in a team sport or individual sport where there isn't a loss on it. So it's not a comeback. It's just a continuation of Paul doing what he does, going out there and taking on the best challenges that are available. I want to bring him up now. We're very proud to be Paul's promoter. I know the years that I've worked with Al Heyman with Paul, they've been splendid years, and we're very proud of them. And it's this type of attitude that is tantamount to the great efforts that Paul Williams gives you day in and day out, inside the ring and outside of it. Paul the Punisher Williams. Paul.
How everybody doing? I just like to say, come July the 9th, I know it's going to be a tough, hard fight. I know Lara, he looking to, capitalize, on me, make a big, I'm his biggest name that he ever fought. So beating me, that puts him right up there at the top of the list. I know he's a new lion on the block and all that. If you watch the Discovery Channel, a lot of them young lions try to jump on the old lions. But this old lion right here ain't ready to leave. So I'm and I'm gonna push it out 100%. And we have to go through the rain and get wet. He will get wet. We have to go through the fire. He will get burnt. I'm coming out of the fight just like he coming out of the fight, and I'm gonna make it rough and tough and hard as it possibly can be. If he really wanted and he want to prove that he's the best and he's ready to be up on that level, then this is gonna be the biggest test for him, because I'm gonna drag him through the mud. It's like he's gonna try to drag me through the mud. I'm looking for a good, rough, tough, hard fight. And like I always, it'd be exciting for the fans and everybody else to see, because I'm gonna be excited to see it. So I'm just wishing the both of us the best to go out there. Nobody gets seriously hurt, but somebody get hurt. Thank you.